Hi friends, welcome to Fertility Fridays. I'm Dr. Shweta Goswami and we are here to help you welcome hope to overcome your fertility issues. So let's talk today about how to deal with emotional stress concerning fertility. एक important aspect of dealing with emotional stress is that we should and we must involve our friends and family. It is a stressful journey by the time you conceive. So please don't try and do it alone. Please involve your spouse, please involve your friends and family because it is an emotionally challenging phase that you're going through. Talking to people, understanding what others are going through, because you know what happens a lot of times, हमें लगता है सिर्फ हमारे साथ हो रहा है. I'm the only one having this trouble. That's not how it works, right? We don't even know that how many people are probably suffering like us, maybe even worse than that. Speaking to people, hearing about their experiences always helps. I've often seen कि unfortunately अगर miscarriage वगैरह होता है तो लोग आके कहते हैं मेरे साथ ही क्यों हुआ है. And then, as a doctor, we have to tell them that, there's a 5 to 7% chance of that happening with anybody. And therefore, please don't think you're the only one going through this. Unfortunately, nature is imperfect when it comes to fertility. We have a lot of egg and sperm issues. We have a lot of embryos which are not normal. That is the reason why it takes anybody a couple of months. And also, when the pregnancy happens, हो सकता है वो एकदम completely genetically normal नहीं हो, and then also a miscarriage can happen. Knowing all this actually helps us probably be better prepared for what we're looking up to. And here, talking to friends and family, in my opinion, is very helpful because you get to know of other people's experiences. You understand you're not alone. And of course, sharing it with other people is always a helpful part of de-stressing our system. Because paradoxically, it's a vicious cycle. Conceive नहीं हो रहा है या कोई दिक्कत हो रही है तो हमारा स्ट्रेस बढ़ता है और ये स्ट्रेस कहीं पे भी हमारी फर्टिलिटी जर्नी में हेल्पफुल नहीं होता है, वो और हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंसेस और बाकी प्रॉब्लम्स क्रिएट करता है. सो बीइंग रियलिस्टिक अबाउट आवर सक्सेस रेट्स आई थिंक इज वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट स्टेप वी नीड टू नो विच वे वी आर गोइंग. The other thing that's very important is आजकल तो there is online, there is Google, there's a lot of help that's available. We have to actually reach out. There are excellent support groups, whether they're on social media platforms like Facebook. There's a small closed community that would be talking amongst each other. We must reach out to those groups. We must talk to people. I'll give a word of caution here that a lot of times, a lot of negative information also comes out of these groups because, probably people who've already conceived don't really have the time to look at those groups anymore. So you do get a lot of negative information from there. You'd probably hear of more people, who've not conceived, even had IUI, IVF failures. So we should take that in our stride. We should understand that there's probably a bias there, but still, there is so much to gain from other people's experiences. Why should we just learn from our own experience? So I would say that please do reach out to these support groups. Do go to these online platforms without a negative bias, building up in your head and take help. If required, there's nothing wrong with even looking at a therapist or somebody to help you out. In fact, a fertility counselor is supposed to be a very important part of every IVF or fertility center. So it's not there just for no purpose. It's because we understand that dealing with the emotional aspects is half the journey that we're talking about in fertility treatments. So please do go out, reach out to people, reach out to online groups, and don't do and try and do all this alone because learning from people's experience would always be a very helpful part here. The other aspect that I'd really like to talk about is that we, especially I'd say about women here, if we are most negligent about something, it's probably ourselves. We have to look at self-care, even if to the point of, somebody saying that maybe we're being self-centered about it. I think we have to go out there, we have to pamper ourselves. Having the best mental health is going to be the most important and critical thing no matter what we do. Now, that is true for life in general, but I think also a lot when you're going through a lot of turmoil in your mind because of the fertility aspect of your life and whatever time that it's taking. So please involve yourself in enriching yourself, whether it is physical development, mental development, whether it is yoga, meditation, stress relieving techniques. Kindly take out time, maybe at least 30 minutes a day. If we actually come to it, ये सारा टाइम हम सब निकाल सकते हैं. अभी हम कहते हैं हम बहुत बिजी हैं, हम सुबह से शाम तक काम कर रहे हैं, फिर हम इसके बाद घर का भी काम देख रहे हैं. We are so busy. But actually, if we introspect, we'll realize that we all can take out 30 to 40 minutes if it really comes to that. So it's my earnest request, please look at self-care, please look at self-development, and also look at, making a mental goal that this is where I am going to, work on myself. and we must give ourselves and our body that much time. Please do work on that aspect. Adding to that, focus on your hobbies, So, as I said, we have to, always consider fertility as a journey. It is something that will evolve. It will happen when it has to. And rather than focusing on, okay, I should conceive in the next 1 or 2 months, I would say take it as a journey. And during that part, while you're working on your self-development, please work on your hobbies. Whether it's, you like swimming, you like reading books, you like, some kind of sports, you like music. I mean, everybody knows that there is nothing less, de-stressing the body than music. So please work on those aspects. Take out time for yourself so that when we work on these hobby developments, definitely, scientifically we know that it's the endorphins which are causing a lot of stress. So if we, bring them down, we are going to definitely work on our hormonal aspects very well, and it'll help us in conceiving faster. So it's my earnest request that we must work on that, please.
Continued in part 2.